Hey everyone! Welcome back to Learn with Miral. Today we're embarking on a time-traveling adventure to discover the greatest mysteries of Earth's history, the times when countless creatures vanished as if they were never there. We'll explore the 5 major mass extinctions, and even a potential 6th one that we may be causing. But before we dive into this journey through time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fascinating science adventures. Now buckle up for a journey through time to when Earth was a whole different world. To begin our journey, we need to go way back, billions of years ago, to when Earth was a baby. Picture a world bubbling with oceans, covered in a thick, gooey slime. This was Earth's cradle, where life first began as tiny squiggles swimming in a giant primordial soup. Over time, these squiggles grew and changed, evolving into all kinds of fantastical creatures. Some sprouted fins and became fish, darting through the ancient seas. Some grew legs and scaly skin, transforming into the mighty dinosaurs. And some, like us, became human beings. Life on Earth was a magnificent, ever-changing tapestry, woven with the threads of evolution. But as life flourished, it also faced some dramatic turns. Changes in the environment, like shifting climates and falling asteroids, sometimes caused massive disruptions. These disruptions led to what we call extinction events, where many species disappeared forever. But as life flourished, it also faced some dramatic turns. Fast forward to the Ordovician-Silurian period, about 444 million years ago. Our planet was a watery world, teeming with life, especially brachiopods, those shellfish that look like clams, but are not. Suddenly, the Earth went into a deep freeze. The ice sucked up so much water that sea levels dropped drastically. This big chill was too much for many sea creatures, and they simply disappeared. Next stop, the late Devonian period, around 372 million years ago. Imagine a world where giant fish ruled the seas, and the first plants were just starting to grow on land. But then, these plants, in a twist of fate, ended up washing a lot of nutrients into the water. This led to the wild algae parties, which sucked up all the oxygen, leaving our fishy friends gasping for breath. This oxygen crisis led to the second big extinction. Now, let's jump to the Permian-Triassic period, about 252 million years ago. This was a time of dramatic volcanic activity. The volcanoes spewed out so much carbon dioxide that the Earth turned into a giant oven. The extreme heat and the acid rain that followed were too much for most species. This was the biggest extinction of all, wiping out 95% of all species. Moving on to the Triassic-Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. The dinosaurs were just starting to make their mark when the volcanoes started erupting again. The climate warmed up, and many species couldn't adapt to the changing conditions. This led to the 4th mass extinction, paving the way for the dinosaurs to rule the Earth. Finally, we reached the Cretaceous-Paleogene period, about 66 million years ago. This was when the reign of the dinosaurs came to a sudden end. A giant asteroid hit the Earth, causing wildfires and sending up a cloud of dust that blocked the sun. This caused a long winter, and most life couldn't survive the cold and dark. But the little creatures that did survive, like birds and small mammals, went on to inherit the Earth. And that was the 5th and most famous extinction, wiping out the dinosaurs and paving the way for mammals and eventually us to rule the Earth. But Earth's history hasn't ended yet. In fact, we're currently living in a new exciting chapter. But here's the catch. It's not quite as cheerful as we'd like it to be. This chapter is filled with disappearing animals and forests, plastic-filled oceans, and a rapidly changing climate. Scientists, the super detectives of our world, believe that we're in the middle of another extinction event. And this time, it's not because of ice ages or giant space rocks. It's because of us, humans. We're chopping down forests faster than they can grow back, filling our beautiful oceans with plastic and heating up our planet like a giant greenhouse. Animals are vanishing faster than ever, and it's our actions causing it. That's right, we could be the authors of the 6th major extinction. It's a scary thought, isn't it? But here's the good news. We're not just the problem, we're also the solution. Yes, we may be causing the sixth extinction, but we also have the power to stop it. So, what can we do to change the story? Well, the good news is we're not helpless. We can all do our part in making sure Earth remains a safe home for all its amazing creatures. It can start with small steps, like recycling our waste or using less plastic. Just imagine if we all reused our water bottles instead of throwing them away. And what about planting trees? They're not just pretty to look at, they also clean our air. We can also make sure we don't waste energy. Turning off lights when we leave a room or walking short distances instead of driving can really add up. And last but not least, we can learn more about the wonderful creatures we share Earth with and how we can protect them. Knowledge is power, after all. Together, we can make Earth a safe and happy home for all living things. Remember, even small actions can make a big difference. Just like how a tiny bird survived the big rock crash, we too can make a difference with our little actions. So let's roll up our sleeves and be Earth's superheroes. Let's recycle, plant trees, use less plastic, and do our part to change the story. It's time we protect our amazing Earth and all the incredible creatures who call it home. Thanks for joining me on this wild adventure. See you next time for more science fun.